penises because I got another thing after that. I don't know if we were live when I said that, but hey, everybody, what's up? We're back again live. We're talking to Steve. You didn't really. You played like 5 or 6 dudes in the second book, but they were mostly like Latvians and Russian dudes, right?
Yeah, they're like onesie twosie dudes.
Yeah, good filler people.
Pretty much.
Also, fun accent work. I appreciated it. I can't wait for the next time we do this, and I get to talk about what you did in the third one, so people know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I can't really say it here because they're like, I don't know what you're saying, man.
Oh, pretty much. Yeah. No, I had I think like when you started doing this, like, so for book 1, I'm like, I can do a Russian accent. And you're like, cool, good to know. Can you do a Latvian? And I'm like, sure, it's got to be close, right? And I'm just like, okay.
I don't fucking know.
I actually had to look it up, and like it's like similar but different. And like the guy that was explaining it on the internet was like getting really mad that we'll try and explain that it's not a Russian accent. I'm like, okay. So I like learned a few things, went to like Google whatever, and I just said, like, how do they pronounce this word? And like Latvia, Dagapools, all that. I'm just like listening. I'm just like, okay. Like, I got it. I'm like, I'm gonna nail these fucking 3 words he gave me.
I mean, I imagine that conversation like, no, we're talking about Salvadorian Spanish, not Mexican Spanish. They're fucking different, okay? All right.
Pretty much. And so, like, I'm just like, I'm gonna nail these fucking lines. I'm gonna nail these whatever 3 words, and the fucking dude crying about the apartment one. That was a good one too that I did in the first book.
Oh yeah. That random civilian they fucking ran across.
It's just like apartment. I'm just like, I hope he likes it. I hope I'm not like, the back of the pack on this one. I'm like, there's got to be like, at least like 7 or 8 more people who are like better than me at saying words.
Dude, no. Listen, as far as it goes to people being better, it's like fucking. I'm crowdsourcing this. I'm working with scraps. I think I'm doing pretty good for fucking this low of a fucking budget.
I think it's going fucking great from everything that I'm listening to, and I'm like telling all the 3 people that'll listen to me that 1 friend and 2 people that I work with. I'm just like, dude, you got to like listen to this. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Fucking, it's coming together well, and I can't wait for fucking this next book's roll out. The fucking third one, like I got like 2 more chapters to fucking edit, and then that's gonna be like, although it starts premiering next week. What's today? 26th.
The 26th.
Yeah. So next Wednesday, fucking the third book starts.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's gonna be a ride.
Oh, the third book is a ride.
No, dude, no. And then like we're fucking already fucking on the pre-production for the fucking 4th one, so it's like I'm kind of ahead of schedule right now. It's cool.
It's a good feeling, isn't it?
A little bit. It doesn't happen too much with a lot of things in life, Like it's never like, all right, well, I need a new roof, or I'm gonna need a new roof in 5 years. Better replace it now. Like that never fucking happens,
Pretty much. It's like, well, I should start saving maybe for that roof,
and then you don't.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You just go, anyway, you know what? It's a good time to sell the house.
Yeah. Right. Let somebody else deal with this shit. But anyway, before we went live, ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about fucking dumb shit that happens in bars. And one of the things I want to tell you. So, we're in a bar. It's not too far away from here. And it was me, my wife, and my buddy Chuck, who plays Doc. He was up here, and we're sitting, we're drinking, we're having a good time, and it's one of those like weird mom and pop shops that like looks like it used to be somebody's house. And we're in Pennsylvania, so like you could smoke inside of it. So like I'm fucking game, right? And I get a little fucking tipsy, and this dude shows up that went to high school with my wife. And in retrospect, I shouldn't have been mad at him because like the dude didn't have brain cells. But he's talking to her, and I'm like, oh hey, cool, she found a friend. And she's like, yeah, I went to high school. I'm all right, cool. And then like a little bit later, I'm like, I think that dude's hitting my wife. And Chuck's like, he's not hitting on your wife, man. They went to high school together. I'm like, I think he said, I'm gonna go beat him up. And Chuck's like, don't go beat him up. I'm like, but I really want to beat this guy up. Anyway, eventually my wife gets tired of him and tells him politely, hey, here's shiny thing, go that way, right? Dude shows up back up like half an hour later, like slams the fucking table, right? We're like, let's do shots. And we're all like, nah, man, we're not doing shots, dude. And he's like, come on, don't be a bitch. And I was like, all right, cool. You, me, bar. So we go to the bar, and I say to the bartender, like, hey, give me 4 shots of Jack Daniels, right? And this dude is like, well, oh man, dude, I can't do Jack Daniels. Anything besides Jack Daniels. And in my head, I'm thinking 2 things. The first one is, you're going to say, hey, let's do shots and don't be a bitch about it, but you're going to bitch out with Jack Daniels, which, I'm not a huge fan of Jack Daniels, but I mean, like, it's not going to kick your... Okay, do you know what? Fine. My second thought was, hey, bartender, 4 shots of Everclear instead. The blood leaves this dude's fucking body, right? Anyway, 4 shots of Everclear come to the bar. And he grabs 2 of them, and he's like, all right, let's go take these back to the table. Like, oh, no, you and me. 2 for me, 2 for you. And he just like, but I'm like, well, don't be a bitch, right? So I take a shot. He takes half of a shot, puts it down, and pukes on the bar, right? So everyone's looking at us. So while the bouncer is grabbing this dude and pulling him out, while he's still fucking vomiting all over himself, I take the other 2 shots and then his other half shot of Everclear, because like anybody around there paying attention is going to be like, well, hey man, what's going on? Oh, well, this is what was going on. So, the immediate people I got to show off to, right? So I'm about to fucking die because I've just taken 3.5 shots of fucking Everclear, right? And I'm holding my cool because I'm inside a bar that I can smoke in. So I let it smoke. I'm like, all right, think about the smoke, think about the smoke, think about the smoke. Everyone's going away. All right. No one's paying attention to it anymore. I'm going to put that up. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to fucking everything out of the fucking system, just like all at once, like the fucking exorcist. But I did it in the bathroom, so no one saw it. So I just went there to piss.
That's a solid way to do it.
Yeah.
So I used to pretty much have an instant puke reflex off tequila. And like, it was just like, touch me inside the mouth. And I'm just like, I'm puking. So one of my buddy, who was also, first he was my corporal, and I picked up corporal. He picked up sergeant. So that's pretty much how that went. So yeah. I'll refer to him as my corporal or my sergeant. He was my sergeant for this story. So we go to his house across the street from the base, which is behind a bar. And he was like, yeah, come over. Let's drink tonight. I'm like, sweet. Okay. Go over to his house, drinking. Well, I wasn't drinking yet, but as soon as I get there, he's just like, puts a bottle of Jose Cuervo down. I'm like, oh man, I can't do that. I'll puke. He's just like, yeah, I know. Tonight you're going to learn to not. I'm like, what? He's like, this is what we're doing. He's like, you're going to learn to drink tequila and not puke. And it was just like, have a shot, like the first one. And I like run out the front door, because like we were in the living room, to like go puke off his porch. And he's like, no. Stand up. Swallow your spit. Look up. Breathe. Look up. Swallow spit. Breathe. And she's just like doing this to me. And I'm just like within like 30 seconds, I'm like, I'm good. I didn't puke. He's like, cool. Let's go get another one. And like this went on for like a solid hour, and like not for like drinking shots for like an hour, shot a minute, but it was just like, yeah, you ready for another one? Yeah, I'm ready for another one. Like shooting the shit, smoking cigarettes, and like drinking with my buddy.
Dude,
and like
everybody needs friends like that.
Since then, like whenever I get that feeling of like, oh my God, I'm gonna puke, it's like, all right, put your head up, look up, swallow your spit, breathe. Okay, we're good. Or sometimes it's like, nope, I've had too much. This is coming out. And that's like the only times that it does anymore. It's like, yep, too much.
Yeah. I mean, and like, again, people need friends like that, because like that's not like information or knowledge that you're really going to gain on your own, unless like you're just dedicated to figuring something out, which most people aren't at that point of the night. It's got to be like, hey, buddy, do this. Like, and it's not even just like the fucking end part of it. Like fucking, there's a certain technique that fucking goes into just drinking fucking whiskey, like sipping it. Like if you don't do that right, like you can fucking yak quick. It's like, no, dude, just like, don't breathe out of your nose when you do this. You're fine. And it's like, somebody should have told me that before I was fucking 30.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I enjoyed scotch before I was 30. Like, I'm just like, yeah, this is good stuff. And like, fuck it, drink half a bottle and get hammered. But like after 30, when another one of my buddies in town was just like, dude, you know you're drinking it wrong. You don't have to like pound it. I'm like,
Huh?
but it's so smooth. He's like, why don't you like try it like this and enjoy it? And I'm like, I did not know that
Yeah, you put a
was
couple ice cubes in it,
possible.
or one of those frozen rock things that you can get.
Yeah.
Sit there and
No, this is my buddy that I bought. Like, it was the similar to the frozen rock thing, and but they were bullets. So they
oh
were
yes,
whiskey bullets, and so he could throw because he likes his shit neat. And I'm just like, why don't you ever drink it cold? He's like, because I like it neat. I'm like, you can get something that doesn't water it down. He's like, ah. I'm like, whatever. They were $5. I got it for him for like Christmas or something. I'm like, here you go, bro.
nice. It really depends on which one it is, though, too. Because, like, if it's an Irish whiskey, I can drink that neat, but I also like a little bit of ice in it. I fucking hate Scotch. That's all that is. Like, everyone's like, oh no, it's supposed to taste like a burnt tire. I'm like, why do you want to taste something that smells like a burnt tire, man? All right. But then, like,
See,
what's up?
it's like most of the cheap ones are the ones that smell like a fucking burnt tire or kind of suck. Like, there's a few higher end ones that like do and have that shit.
Mhm.
But I mean, unless you really want to fucking pay like a ridiculous amount of money for like something that's just like, you know what? Fucking Knob Creek bourbon is not even a quarter of the price of this, and it's fucking just as good.
Yeah,
Um,
bourbon's
like that's the way I feel about it. Where I'm like fucking just go get some Knob Creek and let's call it a day. I don't know.
yeah, fucking what is it? High West. Have you had that?
No.
They got good bourbon. It's a little pricey, but fucking it's good. Or maybe I'm thinking of Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace is a good one.
Maybe I don't know. I think they're next to each other on the shelf. That's why I conflate them. Conflate's the word I'm using.
You miscombobulate.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we were playing a game on site today. Me and the welder I was helping. It was called "Hey, what's your favorite big word?" And I'm just like, anti-disestablishmentarianism.
I mean that's the long one, right? It's like that super fragicalistic expialidocious.
I don't know if it's actually a word though that means anything, or if it's just something that they said in a movie where they're like, "Oh, it's a word now."
I think it might be something that they just said was a word now, but anti-disestablishmentarianism is definitely a huge word for they're for a thing.
Yeah, which we ended up looking up. So, and it's against the disestablishment of the religion in England between the church and the state.
Yeah, it's weird they still have a fucking state religion.
Yeah, it really is.
Like you don't have to like subscribe to it, so I guess like that's not what makes it not super weird. Like it's not like Saudi Arabia where it's like, hey, you are. It's just got no. If you want to, it's here.
So this is the one. The queen is coronated in it, if there even still is a queen. I think
No,
she's
it's
dead.
she died like last year, dude.
Yeah, but like, there's that new guy who's the king, but he's got a wife, right? So there must be a queen because of that.
Yeah, I think they call that a queen regent. I think I don't know how that shit works. You have to ask fucking Brian. But I don't know. I got a few Brits on my fucking thing, but like playing the Virescence, but I don't know if they would know. I mean, not that like they're uneducated, but I don't know if they gave a fuck to learn in the first place.
Kind of like whenever you meet somebody who went through all the stuff to become a citizen who's not from this country originally, and you're like, wait a minute, you know way more about this country than I do. What the fuck's going on?
Like they're like Third Amendment advocates, and it's like, what the fuck is the Third Amendment, and why do you care? Well, you see, the country I come from, this is actually an issue, and I don't want it to be one here. All right.
You see, my favorite amendment after the second is probably the fifth.
Yeah. Elaborate.
You have the right to remain silent. Yeah. It's like, you're damn right I do. I'm not incriminating myself.
Okay,
Sir, do you know why you're here? I do not recall.
So speaking of incriminating yourself, I had a thought. I was watching a TV show before I came down here, and somebody was talking about getting a manicure, right? Now, considering that the male of the species has 21 fingers, would it be a pro or a con to have a nail on your dick?
Do you trim it?
Huh?
Would you have to trim it?
Yeah. And like, then take care of it, get it grown.
I mean, I would consider it a pro because, gives you something to grab onto when you're pissing.
It's shaped like a hose. You can just grab it anyway.
Well, yeah, I know. It's like a good solid thumb rest too.
Yeah. And you could probably like let it grow out and like do that. Like, you ever see those pictures of those Indian dudes like let their nails grow out and they start to like loop around in a big spiral? Like, you just pee down that, and then like once it's like that, all spirally, you shave the tip of the nail so it's out the side a little bit. So you never have to take your pants off to piss.
So you're basically making a pee water slide, which looks really cool.
Yeah, it'd probably stink, but I mean, if you showered, take care of it while you shower, you'd be all right, right?
See, I think the downfall of this is that hipsters would start getting into like curating and like making them like weird shapes and things. Like, you ever seen people that take like trees when they're growing and they're young and they'll like start like pulling strings and tying them back so that they're all like Dr. Seuss looking and like curly?
Yeah, I have seen that. And I've seen some weird shit. Although there's this cool thing I saw that they do in Japan where they have a tree that's growing inside of a completely separate tree. So it's like, hey, we can plant like 5 fruit trees with only the real estate for one. So you get your apples and your oranges and your whatever the fuck else grows in trees.
Oh, you're talking about when they splice them into a living tree.
No. There's another thing where they do where like where the tree goes up and it branches out. They kind of do that, but they do it on top instead of like from the sides.
Ooh.
Yeah,
because I've seen the thing where they got like a fruit tree or whatever, and like then they splice in, hit it at a certain angle, put in like the branch of like one that would make like oranges or something, and just like boom, right in. I'm like, that'd be so cool to do if you could do like a citrus tree in New York just sitting on a maple.
Yeah. Or you could braid them. I've seen that. Where they like take like 3 trees, like when they're young, and they braid them so it grows up to. And then by the time they're 100 years old, you can't fucking tell what the fuck it was. It just looks like one weird tree.
Yeah, because then they start growing together. The bark goes away, and then they're all just, feeding each other. Which is the way to do it. Maybe that's how I can get my maple tree fucking orange tree hybrid.
Now that'd be different. I wouldn't want to splice 2 together. I'd want to do that on the DNA level so I can get like naturally orange flavored fucking syrup. Like just like a straight up marmalade tree.
See, I just kind of want like oranges to grow in my backyard, but also to have like a kick of maple syrup flavor to it.
Yeah, I get down the rabbit hole the other day. I don't remember who I was talking to. I don't think it was on the show though, so I think I'm safe. But like most of our fucking fruit is like originally Chinese, like oranges, fucking apples, fucking goddamn peaches, apricots, all that shit. It's like, oh yeah, no, that comes from this region of China, and then didn't spread out till the British showed up. It's like that's interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, like pomegranates are like from the Middle East. Actually, the apricots are too, but like sort of dates and
figs.
Shit. Yeah, but like who the fuck eats figs? Like I'm not 70. Like my colon still works.
What always surprises me is whenever, like I meet someone, and it's normally a lady, and they're like, oh yeah, can you pick me up some fig Newtons? I'm like, what?
No. As a matter of fact, I can't. I'll go get you some fucking.
I don't even know where they.
I'm not picking up that shit.
I don't even know where they sell those. No, they're in the grocery store in this aisle. Like, no, they're not. I've been in the cookie aisle. Those aren't a cookie. How dare you?
No, but what I do think is funny though is like, you know how everybody freaks since we're on cookies. You know, everybody freaks out every year about like Girl Scout cookies. Oh my god, I gotta go get all these fucking ones. Like, dude, Keebler makes all those and sells them year round. They just call them something different. They taste the same because they're made in the same factory on the same assembly line with the same ingredients with the same people fucking putting them together. They just call them something different, put them in a different fucking box. Like,
Huh?
yeah.
Yeah, Keebler does that, and I've also seen the Walmart Great Value brand of a few of them.
Yeah, like it's the same shit for the most part. I mean, because like
It's-
Great Value isn't always the same thing. Because like when I was a kid, like I believed it because my dad told me, like, oh no, like Wizard fucking shrooms are the same thing as Lucky Charms. They're just in a different package. And I was like, okay, Dad. And then like, you know, I was living in the barracks at one point, and I was like, you know what? I really want some Lucky Charms. Oh wait, no, this one's $2 cheaper. It's the same thing, right? Get back to the barracks. My dad fucking lied to me. God fucking damn it. Or it's like the same thing with like the knockoff fucking sodas and shit. Like we were in Toyota.
Those are definitely different.
Yeah. Me and my buddy Jude were like, all right, hey, let's go get some Dr. Thunder. We had that when we were kids. That shit's great, right? Got back to the barracks, like, oh, this tastes like fucking strict poverty. I don't even want to fucking cut this in my rum. God damn, this is bad. I don't even need to use this for a fucking mixer. No, get out of here.
So speaking of rum, one of my favorite things to do back in the barracks days was I had my own personal 3-liter Camelback, and 3 liters is perfect because you can dump in a 2-liter of Coca-Cola, and yes, there is a difference between Coca-Cola and everything else, and then your 750 milliliter of whatever rum you're choosing, and then you still got room for a couple of ice cubes to keep it cold. Toss it on your back and walk around the barracks and go be hammered.
Nice. Yeah, no, and there is a difference though. Also with what you mix it with. Like Captain Morgan goes with Coke, but I think that Sailor Jerry and Coke taste like fucking dog piss. Like I want Dr. Pepper with that.
I never tried Sailor Jerry's and Dr. Pepper, but also I had a bad experience with Sailor Jerry's somewhere in there. So me and my roommate, which is also my best friend Ryan, we got the half gallon of Sailor Jerry's, and we're like, we're clearing this tonight. That didn't start until like we were halfway through the bottle, and we're just like, oh, dude, we can get through the bottom of this. And yeah, that was one of those magical nights where there was this much left the next morning, and we're both staring at each other with the worst hangovers of our lives, going, I don't think I'm ever going to drink again. We made it a couple of weeks because it was just that fucking brutal of gut rot where it was just like everything hurts, everything sucks. I don't even want eggs or bacon. I'm fucking dying. Don't even look at me. It hurts when you stare at me. Like one of those, like just like on the cellular soul level, we're just like
if
I'm
you
being
really want to help,
punished.
you can get a spray bottle and just spray water at me, not on me, at me. That will make me feel better. Anything more than that, I might kill you.
It was one of those like hangovers where just like, I'm never drinking Sailor. Well, I'm never drinking again. It started as that, and then it turned into, okay, I'm never drinking Sailor Jerry's again. And like, I'm like, okay, well, you know, I can have Sailor Jerry's now. I'm just like, no, this reminds me of the bad times and the way back and the long, long ago. That was 2 months ago, Steve. Can't do it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to repress those memories.
Yeah, no, fucking Sailor was like my go-to for like a long fucking time because like unlike your tequila story where it was, hey, we're gonna learn how to not puke tonight. Fucking, I think I was 19 or 20, and my roommate in the barracks was a little bit older, and I was like, hey, we're gonna play a game called Power Hour. I'm like, what's that? He's like, you're gonna take a shot a minute. I was like, for how long? Until it's over. I was like, all right, what do we got? Sailor Jerry, neat. And then it's like syndrome after that. Yeah.
You know what a really underappreciated one was? Captain Morgan Private Reserve, I believe was the name of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came in like a purple pouch. That one was really fucking good.
Captain Morgan also had another good one. I forget what it was called though. I think it was called Cannon Blast. Like the bottle was like a sphere, and it was like their answer to Fireball. And it was spicy like Fireball was, but it didn't suck like Fireball does. And you could just drink it. And it was nice to mix with stuff, but you know, you could just
Yeah.
Fun fact about
that one.
Yeah. Fun fact about rum while we're on it. So rum originally was called Kill Devil. Like that was its like original name before someone down the line nicknamed it rum. And it was a byproduct of making molasses. And it wasn't supposed to be this fucking, alcoholic drink or anything, but like it was disgusting. And if the devil drank it, it would kill the devil. So they're like, well, I don't know, man. And this is in the Caribbean when this started. And they're like, I don't know, man. Just let the fucking slaves drink it. Like, so they got liquor, so they don't revolt. And then, it started off as like a, slave drink. And then eventually down the line, got better. But someone in the British Navy also figured out that, hey, if we put like a, little bottle of this in a fucking drum of water, the water doesn't like kill you when you drink it later. So that's how they ended up drinking rum all the time while they're at sea.
Interesting. Yeah. But since I just learned that rum was originally called Kill Devil, I have a question which probably has a very obvious answer. So, Eastern North Carolina, Outer Banks, huge pirate haven area, right?
Yep.
There's a town called Kill Devil Hills.
Yep.
Was that named after rum?
So, kind of. Not that it was made there, but pirates frequented the area a lot. As a matter of fact, Blackbeard was killed up there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, fun fact: do you know how Blackbeard died?
You have explained this to me. Yes.
I have. Okay. All right. Well, then that's on another show, ladies and gentlemen. Go watch Wonton Wednesdays. I'm pretty sure I went at this ad nauseum at some point.
Oh, you did. You did. It was somewhere at about hour 2, possibly 3.
Yeah. I'm very passionate about that story. If you can't have told, we'll get into that bit later, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once we start, going, no one's listening. We can talk past book 2.
Well, you know what? Fucking, we're 27 minutes into it, and fucking, there's one person that showed up. Oh, god damn it!
Yes.
You know what? No. Fuck you. Hold on. There we go. I don't know. It doesn't tell me. It says somebody's watching. Anyway, spoiler alerts for all the goddamn Smoke with Fairy Tales books. Boom. All right. Blackbeard.
I'm listening.
Yeah, no, that's who I based the 6th book off of. It was Blackbeard and Macbeth, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
But the other thing with that though too is like I'm not going to go into the full detail of it, but when Blackbeard got killed, it was during a raid. The British Navy was fucking raiding him. Excuse me. And there was this guy, Lieutenant Maynard, who was in charge of a bunch of Marines. And they, back in the day, if you were an officer, they didn't bother to like really keep your name like in the documents. They just like had a TAC number for you and like kind of like where you're from. So there's a guy, the guy that killed Blackbeard. And at this point, Blackbeard had, depending on sources, somewhere between 8 and 20 bullets in him. And this is back when a bullet was a fucking 50 cal round and roughly 200 stab wounds. And he was just going around murking motherfuckers still. And this dude, who history only remembers as a Highlander, shows up with a sword and cuts off his fucking head. Right?
Yes.
So it's kind of like, interesting, weird. So, in my book, what I did was very similar to that, except for I made Ocon's first sergeant and gunnery sergeant McLeod and Ramirez. I just spelled it with a Z instead of an S and actually Cloud instead of Ode. So they didn't sue me over it.
Well, so far, one viewer, Luna E. Lugo.
Thanks for hanging out, Luna.
And she's here to stay.
Oh, sweet.
Fucking A.
Sweet.
All right, so we got one person captive, and basically we're going to hold her hostage with stupidity and anything else we can.
Yeah. And spoilers for the rest of the books. Fucking dude, I'm fucking stoked for fucking the next one just because that fucking goddamn mech pilot that you fucking voiced. Just like, yes. All right, like you just ad-lib this minute of like, all right, hey, this guy gets his eyes cut out, and like, I'm gonna fuck the microphone for a minute. I'm like, that's going in there. I don't give a fuck. That's not in the book. It's going in anyway.
Luna, how far are you into the books?
Luna, how far are you into the books? You're on the 8th one, right?
I'm on this one.
Nice.
Locate, close with, and destroy. And I took a nap on one of my flights out here to Alaska, so I thought I was going to crush the whole thing. I'm on page 229, so a little over halfway through. I'm here because of Luke from Wartime Stories.
Yeah, it looks good, dude. I had a stream with him, I think Friday.
Sounds right.
Yeah, fucking, I've been knocking these fucking things out. Like, I got you and then like another dude on Thursday, and then I'm done with the live streams for a while. So
sweet.
Just go back to our regularly scheduled programming, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm the penultimate live stream. There's another fun long word for you. It means second to last.
Yeah, that's not at all what I thought that word meant. I thought it meant like fucking, all right, we're like at the top. We're here. We've done it. This is the event.
I mean, it could be an event. It's the second to last event.
Could be. If you
like if it was a decathlon, be like, oh yes, this is the penultimate event of the decathlon. It's the second event, or the second to last event. See, I learned it because I used to watch Top Gear, and they'd have like, the celebrities like drive that one track.
Yeah.
And like, see who could do it the fastest. And there was always like, and the penultimate corner. And I'm like, what? And then be like, and the final corner. I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to look up the word penultimate. And I'm like, well, I learned something new from a car show. Sweet.
Yeah, I learned my vocabulary from the Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. So,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
The original one or the new one with John Cena?
There's a new one with John Cena?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he's one of the announcers.
Wait, is it an actual show, or are they doing it like the old one where they just took an old game show and they're just like blurbing over it?
Oh no, it's like a new show. Like they set up like events and everything. They have like the thing.
Oh, that's not the same. That can't be the same.
It's similar but different. It's Americanized kind of. So there's like John Cena and like this big black lady who are like the announcers and making fun of everyone, and like they're actually fucking hilarious. And then like there's like the lady on the ground, like, doing the interviews to the people, who's like some like cute blonde who like people are there just to like oogle and ogle over and tell her I love you and whatever. And I'm just like, okay. I have no idea who this lady is. Apparently she's like internet famous for being cute. One of those people. And like, I don't ever watch TV. So like, I'm in a fucking hotel room all the time because of work, and I never watch TV. So I have no idea of anything that's fucking going on. But anytime my girlfriend comes out, like we got a hotel room somewhere, if like going to see a concert and like wherever, it's like, fuck it, just get a hotel room, spend the night. Or she'll be like, hey, I'm gonna come hang out with you and like just stay there. Don't come home this weekend and whatever. And she'll like turn on the TV and I'm like, what are you watching? She's like, oh, I found this show. And I'm like, I don't even know what this is.
Yeah. Also, hey, long nose, what's up? Also, fucking, I got a similar thing with hotels. Like, fucking, if I'm at the house, like, I'm just watching HBO or like whatever fucking I'm going through. But if I'm in a hotel, I love to watch fucking either Ghost Adventures or whatever other fucking paranormal spooky bullshit they got on the fucking Travel Channel. Because like every once in a great while, it's like, hey, that's where I'm at.
I've never had that actually happen to me where I'm like, hey, that's where I am. But
I mean, it helped that like the one time, the couple times it happened were like in St. Augustine, Florida, and then like Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, where it's like, we're investigating this haunted hotel in Gettysburg. There's 5 hotels in Gettysburg. I'm down right now. But, slim chance.
Shit, speaking of that, I got a buddy. He's from back home, but he's going to investigate the Lizzie Borden house soon.
Where is that?
I have no idea, but I just saw him. He posted it on Facebook. He's like going with like a couple other people, and they're like gonna film it and like do actual things, like him and his friends like do this. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Good for them. Good for them. I don't know how I feel about actually ghost hunting. Like, I'll go to like haunted places because like it's a tourist attraction. I pay $20. Somebody walks me around and says, this weird thing happened here. It's like, all right, neat. I don't know about staying the night though. Like, it seems like it'd be either extremely boring or it would be the exact opposite of boring for reasons that aren't good.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it too.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, I already believe Sasquatch looks at me through the window while I'm sleeping. That's why I close all the shades. So I don't need to be staying in a fucking haunted house because someone is going to tell me something. I'm like, God damn it. You know I'm gullible. I believe you now. Son of a fucking bitch. Like, don't put this evil inside my head. I don't want it. I don't need it. Like, damn it. Now I have to deal with Sasquatch watching me sleep. And there's fucking Lizzie Borden's ghost here going to chop off my fucking dick.
What if she kills fucking goddamn Bigfoot, and then you have Bigfoot's ghost to deal with also? Also, Fall River, Massachusetts is where the Lizzie Borden house is, and I have long nose. I have your box and the guts. I'm waiting on the books, which should be here tomorrow or the day after, but soon.
Michigan
Dogman. I've heard of that, but I haven't ever looked into the Michigan Dogman. But that sounds like a fucking rabbit hole to go down to. Like,
it really does.
Almost everybody I've had on here, I've talked about fucking cryptids with, and like I have no cryptids in my fucking books at all. Like they make fun of them a little bit, like, oh no, that's just like Navajo Bigfoot, fucking Skinwalker or some shit.
You got porks.
I do have orcs, yeah.
No, the porks, the pig orcs.
Yeah, but the P is silent. It's pronounced orc.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Guess I gotta learn these things. But then again, I also thought it was virulent for a while, not virescent. So I'm like, oh shit.
You know, it might be virulent. I've never heard anyone that knows what they're fucking talking about use that word. I've never actually heard anyone use that word that I didn't introduce that word to. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm not paid enough to know. I'm just paid to make dying noises.
Yeah.
Also, just so everyone knows, I'm not getting paid for shit. I'm doing this because it's fun.
I pay people in beer when they show up to my house. That's how that goes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It is a fun project though. I'm glad it seems like people are having fun with it. And one of the other things that I've kind of thought was weird though is like when I'm recruiting people for this, and it's like because I don't go out and like ask people. I'm like put up a post on Instagram or Facebook. I'm like, hey, doing this. I need voice actors. People are like, hey, I want in. It's like, all right. I got a guy that's talking in a bar. I got someone that's getting brutally murdered. I want to be the guy that's getting brutally murdered. Okay. All right. I also have I have a drunk person at the barracks. I have someone that's getting tortured. I want to be the guy that's getting tortured. Why? You know what? I'm happy for your enthusiasm. Thank you. I don't know.
Speaking of random death things, so the death off, me and Matt.
Yeah.
So I looked over all the things. I didn't have any death things in the fourth book.
Before
all I had was the Russian. Okay. So in the audiobook on book 3, I had what was described as the best death sound. And it was also described as me deep throating a bottle of water while waterboarding myself. And so Matt, Cups of Cavish, I hope I said his name right.
I don't think there's a way to say his name right.
He told me, and listen, I'm probably at least closer than I probably would have if I fucking stared at all those letters together in a row and I'd be like, no idea. So anyways, he's actually like a good voice actor. He's done like Dragon Ball stuff and like a few other things. And Trip motivated him to up his game by telling him someone did better than you at something. And after talking to him, his podcast will come out next week because I got him on. I can see how he's like highly motivated to be like, people can't be better than me. I have to be better than them. Like I have to like he just has that thing in him where it's just like, no, I have to do better than that person. Just for like, I don't think he could explain it logically. It's just something inside of him where it's just like, okay. You tell me how to do something the correct way, I'm going to do it that correct way until I have mastered it after like 3 hours. Like he's that guy. And like I got that from talking to him. I'm like, I respect that.
Yeah. But
And
anyway,
so he challenged us. So me and him came up with the idea of like during like one of these while he was on and I was just talking shit, one of those comment things, kind of like Luna and Longnose should be doing. Like you should be talking shit and getting this like really interesting. So I was just like talking shit to him, like I could out death you, and he's like, "Oh fuck no!" And I'm like, "I've already done it once." So we pretty much came up with the idea of the death off. Who can make the best death sound? Like, and I think during the podcast we kind of came up with like the rules, and I think they are like, so they have to be voted on by people. Neither me nor him can vote on it, and neither can any of our friends or loved ones because they would be biased. So, like, obviously we don't get to choose. Everyone else gets to choose. And then I was like thinking about it while I'm saying this, and like I had already recorded all my stuff and sent it to you. I'm like, motherfucker, I didn't have any deaths in this last one for book 4 that I did. I'm like, son of a bitch. The only thing I had was the Russian that doesn't die in fear, but screams in fear. And I kind of got thrown for a loop on that. So that's where there was just like a bunch of like Russian screaming sounds at the end of that one. But also when I was flying back, like, because I was up in Alaska for a few weeks, and on my flight back, like I came up with the idea of the Ivan song that I sent you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I like wrote that down and I'm like, I gotta fucking do it. And I'm just gonna send it to him. Like he'll either like it or he won't. I don't give a shit. Whatever. I got it out. Like it was one of those things where I'm like, I have to let this like small piece of like stupidity out of me and show it to someone. And even if they don't like it, I fucking did it and I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, in the 5th book, we got you playing a spooky ghost whenever that comes around. You already called dibs. So, I mean.
Oh, yeah. I'm really excited about that one.
You'll have some fun when we get around to that.
Yeah. No, I've been thinking about that one and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. It's a good
time. I got a ghost that I get to play, which I'm really excited for. And for no other reason than like because I've already planned out a few of the shit talking things, which will go into your not spoiler. Yeah, the blooper reel at the end. Like I'm gonna have that guy talking shit.
All right.
And just for no other reason than I'm like, that's just going to make me feel happy for like a third of a second. I'm like, oh, all right, there's that serotonin bump, and all right, we're done.
Yeah, and I don't know what the timeline's going to be on that. So fucking, what is it? I got like 1 or 2 chapters, maybe 3 to finish on the 3rd book. And then I got maybe about a third of the voices for the 4th book ready to go. Right. But learning from the last 3, I'm not starting at the fuck all until I have everyone's like all the way fucking through, because like the first one and the second one, somebody dropped out like halfway through. It's like, hey man, I need the rest of those, or I gotta go find someone else to fucking do that, and then edit them in and completely re-edit the fucking chapters they're in, because like the way it's set up, like the way I do my shit is I edit it all together, like just the speaking roles, right? So like you listen to it and it's just people's fucking voices, and then after that I listen to that where it's good, and then I go make a different like background music for each fucking chapter individually, and I have fucking shit change in the music depending on what's going on in the scene, right? But people talk at different speeds, and if someone's got a lot of fucking speaking parts, one person might have all their speaking parts in like, I don't know, a minute and a half, and someone else might have theirs in like 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And if that chapter's fucking 20 minutes long, that's gonna fuck some shit up. So it's like, no, I need everybody's shit before I even fucking start the bitch. So I don't know when I'm gonna start the 4th one. Hopefully soon. I told everybody I need their shit by April. And hopefully they understood that I meant before April starts, not by the end of April. But yeah, fucking, I don't know when I'm gonna start the 5th one. Fucking it. Hopefully by the end of the year, but fucking it might be January before I get around to it.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah, it happens. Let's see how it goes.
Does happen. I mean, what, it's 40 some odd chapters for book 4?
Book 4 is 39 chapters. I think on YouTube it'll be airing until next June. So, I mean, that's going to be a fucking thing. Although the third one is going to be going until this August. So we still got some buffer room, but like I started that fucking Patreon and now it's like, oh great, now I got to keep you guys happy. All right, so I actually do have somewhat of a fucking schedule on this.
Yeah, that's the problem with putting things on a paywall. But also, it's a problem which I never had.
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking.
So I mean, it's a good problem for you. You got income coming in.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and it's not like I'm fucking like buying Ferraris with it or anything, but it is also like, all right, this is just enough to where I don't want anybody to leave. Actually, it's not enough to where I don't want any people to leave, but I want more people to show up. You know what I mean? So it's like I got to be productive.
Yes. So, old homeboy says, "Too bad you can't do a vet TV like film of these books." It's like it kind of is, but it's like a slow animated thing. Because you got when you're watching it on the YouTube or the Patreon, you got the video that goes along with what everyone's saying.
I mean, yeah, but it's just like a couple fucking images. It's not like But I was looking into it. I was looking into it. I don't think it's there yet, but it wouldn't be. I don't think in the next. I think that it will be within the next 5 years where technology and the programs will have gotten user friendly, accessible, and inexpensive enough to just do a fucking animated series like by myself without having to fucking hire people for it and like break the bank fucking animating shit. I mean, it wouldn't look, fucking great. It would look like fucking a new cartoon, but better not.
Yeah, but if you think about it like this, what you have currently is more along the lines of a narrated manga.
Yeah.
So like you look at it, it's like there's a still, which is like the art frame. Then instead of like having the word bubbles like a manga would have for like, whatever's going on in the story, that people are speaking it.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I mean, yeah, the art's a bit different. It's not the stylistic manga or whatever, like dark and brooding or like, the angular fucking faces, muscular
people screaming
dudes.
at each other for 15 minutes at a time. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. No, like, because like what I want to do with it, what my goal is to make it as close to a movie as I can be, without, making it a fucking movie. But like, I want the listener to be able to lie down and close their eyes and be able to fucking like imagine that there's a movie on the TV screen playing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I'm going for. That and like I don't listen to a whole hell of a lot of audiobooks, but the ones I have listened to like kind of suck. It's like one dude doing this, and then I'm gonna be the girl when I do this, and I'm gonna be the guy when I talk like this. And it's like fucking I don't know anybody else that's doing like the audio play fucking thing with
them. No, yeah, I haven't heard that I've listened to I think like maybe 2 audiobooks just because like there was one where I'm like I just wanted the information that was on it and didn't have time to read it. I was gonna be driving. I'm just like, cool. Long Nose played it for my girl when I was at home doing the floor, and it was on the killing scene. She was like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, yeah, they're dark books. Well, and the second one's
the killing scene. You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific here.
Yeah.
If there's anything Tripp promised, it's the death of chapter. He did not promise that at all ever.
No, I didn't. There's plenty of chapters where no one dies. Well, in the first book. In the first book, there's like 10 chapters where nobody dies.
Maybe if you were to like average it out, because I've gotten to a few chapters in.
Oh, if you average it out,
there's 7.
There's a chapter in the second book that fucking has more people that die in it than fucking I don't know the rest of the fucking. There are chapters in the series. Although to be fair, it's like they're invading Russia and everyone's getting schwacked on the beach. Not as many named characters, though. There's a lot of named characters that get killed in the fucking 8th one.
Hank killing the guys when he comes home from Russia.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, all right. That's
Is that the one where I did Pomero's death?
Yeah. He's listened to it over on Patreon. Okay, yeah. That came together.
All right, so that death of Pomero, that's me. Yes. You're welcome for freaking out your girlfriend. It just brightened my day. Got a half chub from that.
Yeah, no, and it's funny because there have been some people that are like, I didn't see that happening. It's like, bro, that book's the Odyssey, man. Like that's what happens at the end of the Odyssey. Dude comes home and kills everybody.
Yeah.
Except for with rifles instead of a bow and arrow. Although fucking, I could have done with a bow and arrow, but Hank wasn't a bow hunter, and it didn't fit the mood.
Well, that, and how are you going to be like, oh, these aliens can't figure out this bow and arrow? It's like, no, the rifle that you used made sense. It was great. It was like esoteric knowledge where it's just like, who else is going to be able to figure out my gun but me? My family heirloom.
Yeah, that I don't know if you ever diss and ask the fucking M1A or an M14. They're weird. Like they don't fucking pop together.
I actually have not played with one, so no.
Oh yeah, no.
They're reading that. I'm like, I got it, and I understood it.
Yeah, fucking. I dumped it down a lot for the book, and even in the book, it's like, dude, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of fucking parts, man.
Yeah. Can't wait for Doc to show back up. Fuck yeah, bro.
He's at the end. I'm gonna take this down real quick. All right, I'm gonna turn the spoiler alert shit off. Okay, all right. No spoilers after book 2 for a while because he's listening. He hasn't got past 3, so I don't want to ruin shit for him.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
he's listening. Has he read it?
I don't know.
Neither do I. Do you know how to read, bro?
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a thing too, because fucking shit, I can't even tell him how fucking book 3 ends. Man, fuck.
God damn it, you're ruining everything, Long Nose.
No, but you know what? Yeah, fucking Hank and Doc have a fucking interesting, fun relationship, and Doc's a lot of people's fucking favorite characters too. So yeah. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, he ordered a work rate. He's gonna get that soon, so he doesn't have to listen to anymore.
Oh, sweet, bro, you're gonna love it.
Yeah,
you're gonna like. Listen, I only got like the War Chest Mark II because I was already like, I was in book 6 at that point. So, like, I got the Mark II. Do us all a favor. Do what I did. When you get it, like, make an unboxing video. Like, it's gonna be fucking cool. Like, you'll know exactly what it is. You know what you're gonna be expecting, but like, make an unboxing video of like you like opening it up and like going through all the shit and like, fine. Like, you'll actually be happy. You don't have to fake it. Swear to God. And if you do, like I don't know what to tell you then, and that's just a little bit sad. But yeah.
Well, and the crates are cool because it's kind of blurred out there because of the light, but it's got that like wooden box in it. It's that fucking. I'm sure you fucking dealt with those in the fucking range or fucking shitting one in the field. Where like it's got those like metal clamps. They're not even clamps, just like bent fucking metal wire. You got to like pry open and shit.
Yeah, dude, have some fun with it.
Yeah, it's a thing. That's another thing. I don't know anybody else that's got cool box sets for fucking books. It's normally like you get a little cardboard box that comes in.
Oh, look, they put a moon on the outside of it. It's the exact same artwork that's on the first book. Thanks. Yay.
Yeah, no, fucking I should be a million times more famous than I am just for that.
Dude, just for the fucking ideas alone. Like, okay, you got the story arc. Fun as fuck. Mirrors, classic literature. Fucking brilliant. Like, through a story arc, too. So it goes past all these fucking things that you're hitting. And then reading it in a semi on breaks, I approve of that. Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then, so then you got the audiobook with different voice actors for different fucking people. Brilliant. Like, why did nobody think of this before? And if nobody has, why isn't this a bigger fucking thing?
I don't know.
Frankly.
You know what it might be? It might be this might be its own fucking industry that like just none of us fucking know about. Like that's always possible, right?
This is true, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is there like a voice actors union where they're like, no, only one person can read a book? It's like, why?
I don't know what the rules are for that, but I'm also not in a union, so they can blow me.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, that and like fucking and like one of the reasons that I leaned for I don't know, lack of a better phrase, like leaned into the paint with fucking shit in the way that I tell the fucking stories is books are always like to me like I enjoy reading, right? But they're always fucking tame. Like somebody's like, "Oh my god, yeah, you couldn't put this in a movie," and it's like, dude, that's like not even half of a fucking Tarantino movie. Like, what are you fucking praising this about? Like, the story's good, yeah, but like, no one accidentally cut their fucking girlfriend's dad's head off. Oh shit. Okay. Hey, fucking send me on Instagram or some shit. Who the other one is, because Long Nose is saying this is the second channel that he's seen that on. This channel just has more actors. Okay. All right. So it has been done before. All right. All right. All right. So now I have to eat their brains and gain their knowledge. Got it.
Fuck, we can do that? Sweet.
Yeah, we just got to be secret about it because we already told the feds we're going to do it. So
Yeah, they just busted P. Diddy for I don't even fucking know. Someone explained it to me like 3 months ago that he was going to be going down for what he went down for.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool. Don't care about P. Diddy.
Yeah, no, fucking. I saw a thing about it. I think it was like just like mass rape. It's like, oh, cool, neat.
Basically, yeah, quid pro quo. Like, hey, like you do this, you'll be famous, but I'm gonna fuck you.
Yeah, so Weinsteining it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But apparently the other thing that he did too was just like be super shady with money about it too. So like, you'd get famous from him, but you wouldn't make any money off of whatever his fucking record company is.
Mm. So just being a massive piece of shit.
Massive.
I mean, checks out.
Pretty much.
Although I was never really fucking.
He does cryptid books.
The other guy with the other voice actors. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, yeah, because I know that like Luke Lamano over on Wartime Stories, he'll have different actors for shit, but his aren't books. He's telling fucking stories and shit. But yeah, someone else actually does books. Yeah, no, that'd be interesting.
We do have to find this now.
Yeah. I mean, because I've heard other books that had like sound effects and shit in them. Like none of them are like great. It's like what is it? The audiobook for Shadows of the Empire. Did you ever play that fucking N64 game?
No.
It takes place between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
The actual book, when I read it, it was cool. I hated the audiobook because it would do the shit where it's like, all right, so I'm gonna have one dude do all the things, and then every once in a while we're gonna have a voice act or a sound effect, but it's just gonna be either the ship taking off and then or like like there's a big gunfight and we're gonna get like 2 laser blaster fucking sounds, but they're the soundbite equivalent to fucking clip art from the 90s.
Yeah. So do you know how they made the laser blaster sound for those movies?
They got high tension wire and they hit it with a fucking wrench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, the wire that they use that holds up telephone poles, one of those. You can recreate it with that. Just, ow!
Yeah, which is a cool sound. And then I think they like slowed it down or sped it up or some shit. Fucking in the studio, but like that's that and fucking lightsabers are a microphone inside of a vacuum cleaner hose.
Really?
Yeah. And then they just like manipulated it fucking in the studio later.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking I've been doing a little bit of that. Not a whole lot, because there's just a bunch of like free shit on the internet, and why not use that? But like, there's been a few things that I needed, like for the mech noises in the second book. I recorded my garbage guy, like the garbage truck doing the meh fucking thing, the fucking servo motor hydraulic press fucking thing, and then just slowed that down. Yeah,
that's pretty brilliant.
Yeah, or sped it up for whatever. I mean, because it's the same thing, or I would imagine it would be giant walking robot. You have mechanical parts. It's going to do the meh thing for like lifting its legs and moving its arms and shit.
See, to me, that would depend on if it's a servo electric motor or if it would be. I'm fucking getting in the weeds here. If it's more like, just a standard like Bobcat or anything like that, like, and even aircraft hydraulics, which are the same thing, which is just straight up fucking hydraulic, where there's just one pump in the back and it's running 5,000 psi.
Yeah.
Which is how I imagine the mechs would be, because the way you describe them is like the air wing is fucking, maintaining them.
Yeah.
Like, and that, I mean, I'm biased to that point of view because that's the way I read it. Is this like, oh, like these are the new things the air wing has. Like, we're not messing with Ospreys and 53s anymore. Like, we have mechs. It's like, okay, cool. That's what like the next generation of maintainers would be doing.
Yeah, well, I mean, that would make sense for them to do that, though. I mean, fucking, it's either gonna be that or fucking tankers, or I don't know if tankers, the guys that drive it, are the same guys that fix it. But it would definitely be somebody in that fucking group, because like in my shit, the Americans had like air winger ones, the Germans were all tanks, and then the Russians kind of had a mix of them. So I mean, I guess it would depend on which mech you were working on.
Yeah, because so it seemed like that the American ones, at least the Marine ones from the book, like piloted by officers, so that would be like an air wing thing. Yeah. Whereas tank is a crew of multiple people, and tankers can do like some maintenance, but they don't do like overhaul maintenance.
Yeah.
So like they can change a tread track, they can do stuff like that. A few other random things. I had a buddy who was a tanker, he explained it to me once. But they don't do like overhaul stuff. Like they're not going to be like replacing the engine or any of the gears. Like the engine also drives the transmission. They're not going to be doing anything like that. They're doing like light stuff to keep it going in the field.
Right. As more like the air winger dudes, like fucking complete fucking dissing ass top down.
So there's actually limits to what we can do.
Really? I always thought it was like, no, you guys can fucking like completely like down to the last bolt.
We can, but a lot of stuff they don't like us to. So like we can pull out like, okay, not we, because I was airframes and hydraulics. So there's an engine shop and an avionics shop too. So like I could pull apart, or I could pull off one of the hydraulic actuators, but then I'd send it to, so there's 3 different levels. There's M level, which is what I would have been, which is maintenance level, I level, which is intermediate, and D, which is depot level. So I would send that hydraulic component off to intermediate level. They would rebuild it. And those are like, that would be like, so I'm the squadron, which is the unit that's like sending it to like headquarters for them to like figure shit out. They unfuck it and do it, whatever. And like you can do that with engine components, transmission components, and your avionics components if like there's something fucking stupid going on in there. And then past that, if like your bird needs a full fucking rebuild, or if it's just hit X amount of flight hours and it has to be inspected, it goes to depot, which on the East Coast would be Cherry Point, Miramar for the West Coast, and Iwakuni for Japan.
Yeah.
And in theirs, when you have pretty much civilian contractors who, basically dudes that are retired after 20 years going, well, I need a job, and I've been doing aircraft maintenance for the last 20 years thanks to the Marine Corps, and then they get hired on there and they fucking tear apart birds and inspect them.
I mean, that makes sense. Just not, fucking what I had in my mind. Also, Longnose, thanks for sending that. I will check that out. What's up, Phoenix?
Sup, yo?
Yeah, no, I always thought it was like Motor T, where it's like, no, you got like 3 fucking like Lance Corporals in the back that just like monkey fuck this thing.
I mean, with enough Lance Corporals, you can do whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, Lance Corporals can tell you that sir, that bird cannot fly.
Yeah. Yeah. But you also
Which is
cannot
one of
have
the
you also cannot have a fucking coffee maker in your fucking barracks room.
yeah, you can't have a hot plate because you can't be trusted in a brick building. But I mean, I can tell you if a bird can fucking fly or not,
Yeah.
which is really fun. Big C cryptid. Lance
Okay.
Criminal Underground. Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah,
Lance
no, because
Criminals fucking lead the way.
yeah, no, because I remember being on ship and there'd be dudes just like ripping apart a fucking CH-53, and it's like, all right, I can watch you guys from the fucking hangar bay because like that's where we hang out because it's that or the fucking berthing, and it's like, all right, yep, that's a lot of pieces you got on the ground there, buddy.
What you got going on there? 53s. Those motherfuckers are huge.
Oh, dude, they're the size of a fucking bus.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking wild. One of the weird thing though,
What's up?
for as big as those fuckers are, they don't have the same lifting capacity as a CH-47.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah,
You think
no,
they
and a
would?
CH-46s were close to 53s. They just designated a 46 a medium lift helicopter because it was smaller, so it fit less people.
Okay. I mean, because I've seen 53s pick up some heavy shit, but like, I've also never seen them pick up a tank. You know?
Yeah, I don't think they're designed for that.
No, no, I have seen. I've never seen this in person, but I've seen videos of helicopters fucking picking up tanks. But it was always those like weird helicopters where it had a cab, and then like the rest of the helicopters just got a fucking skeleton with a hook on it.
Oh yeah, the skyhooks.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I've seen what you're talking about too before. No, so if you actually think about it, the reasoning why 53 is being fucking huge, not being having the same lift capacity, makes sense. So like, it's got that giant fucking rotors, and it produces X amount of power in its engines through its transmission. Part of its power is going to that back tail rotor, which is like keeping it from just spinning wildly out of control. Whereas 46s and 47s have 2 rotors which counter rotate against each other.
yeah,
Pure fucking lift.
yeah. No, that does check out. Although I guess I guess they also have different missions though, because like fucking 53 is meant primarily for fucking moving a bunch of fucking Marines around, and while they do move a bunch of soldiers around in a fucking 47, it's not like it's built to fucking just carry heavy shit around. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think even the Air Force's CH-53, the Pavlo, like they're still primarily using that to fucking drop off people too.
Yeah.
It just has a different avionics package so it can fucking skim and hover against the ground better.
Yeah. Yeah. And Phoenix, yeah, that's what got us on this fucking talking about fucking ripping apart fucking mechs and shit. Which at some point I do want to write, or I've it's not the next book I'm gonna write, but it's gonna be in the next 5. And they're all the plans they got for these are all standalones, but one of them is gonna be about the mech pilots in the second book. So it's gonna be pretty much the second book, but from the mech pilot's point of view. But I'm gonna split that one up between one of the pilots and one of the dudes that has to put it back to fucking together every time he comes back to base. Like and for comedic effects, like I haven't done a bunch of research on this yet, but I have a lot of notes from my buddy Kyle, who fucking brilliant fucking mechanic. Like he his main thing is he takes cars and turns them into fucking gasifiers so they run off fucking wood. Like he was on a TV show with Jesse James, and they made a fucking old fucking Corvette that ran off of 2x4s. Like it's like burn fire in the back. But he worked there in a fucking like waste fucking treatment fucking plan, and he used to send me these fucking videos of just like the machinery going wrong, and it's like that shit you just said about that fucking piece of equipment. That's a great insult towards a piece of machinery. I'm gonna write that down, and I'm gonna have some dude say that about a fucking mech that won't fucking get off the ground later. like fucking, I'm not sure how I'm gonna work this in yet, but there's this video of him fucking screaming at this fucking pump because it broke and the fucking rod or whatever the fucking it was turning backwards. It's like, this isn't pushing shit out. It's generating electricity. Do you understand what's fucking wrong with this thing? Look, it's got lightning coming off of it. It shouldn't be doing that. It's like, that's I'm gonna have an engine malfunction and have a dude fucking scream about that in the book later. It's gonna be great.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
Let's see. What are you saying, Longnose? I don't know which one we used in Bridgeport, but I wish they would have told us when they land in the snow there. It's a huge drop off the back.
Like you jumped into a pile of snow waist deep?
Yeah, I've seen that because like when they land in snow like that, you know, they don't land. They just like put their fucking landing gear on the top of the snow, and then like it's you out the back, buddy, because you don't want to get stuck.
Yeah, so basically as soon as those fucking wheels come up and it hits the weight on wheel switch, they're like, oh good, we can stop.
Yeah. Fucking
either that or they are just hovering going, I don't want to get in that shit. No, fucking break the fairing for the landing gear.
Well, I mean, fucking they're trained for that kind of shit though too, because like they'll do the stuff where it's similar to that, but like on water, where it's like, all right, I gotta get dudes that are in the water up onto the fucking bird, so I gotta get like real close to the fucking waves, hang out, just put the tail end of the fucking drink, have dudes drive their little boat up on. Fucking I had a buddy who's got a fucking terrible story about that. He was a recon dude, and like the first time they did like a fucking like deep sea fucking extract, I don't know what they fuck they actually call it, just a wet extract, I guess. They were doing it onto a fucking 46, and the fucking rotor wash or whatever you want to call it kept pushing him underwater. So he's like trying to grab the fucking tailgate to crawl in, but he's like can't get his head above water. So he's like drowning a foot away from water, and had to have somebody like grab his ass and pull him in. But like it was like a half-hour long fucking ordeal. It's like it took you half an hour to get onto a fucking helicopter. It was like I was drowning. There was extenuating circumstances. Fuck you. I don't think you know how to swim. Fuck you, man.
No, I think one of the other things that you could do, this is just from my perspective, because fly-by-wire aircraft, like you getting, you know, the alien technology. So a lot of the fucking mechanical issues are going to be the fly-by-wire issues. Like, so all that avionics suite package stuff, like shit, wiring problem. This dumb motherfucker who was in here last, he fucking wired something backwards, changed a cannon plug, like 2 wires inside of a cannon plug, and like something fucking stupid happened.
Well, no, see, that's the beauty of it though, because so the fucking mechs were essentially like either like Earthling built fucking alien fucking technology fucking shit. So I can do whatever the fuck I want with them. Like I could have it be like, hey, if it's flying, it's fly-by-wire, but for some fucking reason, if it's using its legs, it's all fucking mechanically fucking driven. So there's 2 fucking different systems. So you have to have 2 fucking guys that know how to fucking work on this to lead 2 different teams to fucking fix the shit, because some idiot at fucking, I don't know, Skunkworks or Raytheon or whoever I decide to have build these fucking things didn't think to make the whole goddamn fucking system this on the same fucking goddamn mechanical fucking skeleton.
So let's go into that one. So you could actually have a real fun time with that. Like, so the Osprey is made by 2 companies, Bell and Boeing.
Yeah.
So you could have it where it's like the idiot fucking engineers here didn't talk to the idiot engineers here, and they designed 2 different fucking systems that don't cross and work with each other.
Yeah, like I think I could have a real fun one with that. With like, say, the flight computer doesn't talk to the targeting computer.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, no, they're 2 independent systems. They don't talk. That's why the fucking pilot has to spend this long in fucking training, because, and this can be solved with like 1 little wire. You just got to put them on the same system. But because of some fucking politics between fucking alien technology and General Dynamics, they wouldn't build that 1 little fucking thing that lets you go whoop. So you have to fucking do this whole fucking side. We had to build a 3rd fucking computer for this fucking bitch, and it doesn't work. So it's all jerry-rigged. Like here, check this one out. Look, you see that? That's duct tape and fucking bubble gum. That's how that got fucking stuck there. All right. I don't know. I could have fun with that.
So yeah, aviation schoolhouses are a lot like any other schoolhouse, where as soon as you get to the unit, you're just like, Hey, so like 90% of what you learned there, yeah, just forget it. Yeah, like taking out an actuator is the same, but like how many of those did you do there? Yeah, you'll never probably do one of those for probably about another year, and this is what we really do.
Yeah. Yeah. But I also fucking so that's the other thing though too is what I described the Daedaluses as when they're flying, they just kind of look like bulked up F-18s. So I was thinking about using fucking not using, but like having it to be like instead of because you know anytime there's something new, they don't like make a new schoolhouse for it at first. They just grab dudes that are already doing it. Like, hey, you guys get to figure this shit out now. So I'm thinking about like having it like a hodgepodge crew of like half F-18 pilots and half tankers or tank mechanics. But I'm not sure yet. Haven't got there yet. Luckily, I didn't put too many fucking details in the book to where I had a fucking strict doctrine I had to stick to.
So I know for when they were switching or when they were testing the Osprey and the F-35, like because those both happen around the same time,
Yeah.
I don't know if the Marine Corps has test pilots or if they just started designating people test pilots.
I don't think they have test pilots. I know that they used to in the 50s and 60s, but I think that kind of went the way of the dodo once they were like, hey, we're just going to have pilots now. I think all the test pilots are like at the fucking aircraft manufacturer company.
So I know well, no, that's not true. Okay, I actually do know something about test pilots, and I'm going to be using the quotes for this.
Yeah.
So there's still a test and evaluation squadron for the Osprey. But mostly what they do now is they're testing weapons, tactics, and new things.
Okay.
So like if there's an updated I think they had they no longer have the gout that drops out of the hellhole door, but they used to.
Okay.
By the way, it was controlled by a PlayStation controller, but an off-branded one that they put a piece of tape over the late brand of.
Yeah, that does not surprise me at all.
I'm like, hey, fucking great. Everyone already knows how to use a PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they don't use that anymore because of reasons which I don't understand. And so things like that, like new weapon systems, new tactics. If there's like a new piece of flight something that they can use, like they're testing that too before it goes fleet wide. But so when I was in the test and evaluation squadron, we were straight up testing and evaluating the motherfucker. Like every pilot there was a test pilot, but our CO came from Hurlburt Field, wherever it was in fucking Florida, where the Air Force does like straight up like fucking I think it's where their headquarters are for their special operations aviation motherfuckers.
Right.
But he was cross training with them, like just doing wild shit.
So that would be like outside of Pensacola, but not Pensacola. They got another one that's a little further east.
Yeah, wherever the fuck Hurlburt Field is. No, it's Hurlburt Field, Florida. But it is by Pensacola.
Well, no, I think
Destin.
Destin. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Longnose has some stuff for us.
Okay, so we did boat ops with Zodiacs in Okinawa, and our captain got us lost for 5 hours just going around the island. Being cold and wet for that long, we could hardly put the boats out of the water, and then they tried to have us assault a few buildings. It sucked. Then we had to go load the boats on the trucks because he had us out there for so long. We were close to running out of fuel. Yeah, that does not sound like a good fucking time at all.
It sounds like a very Marine Corps time, though.
Yeah, no. I mean, that sounds like what would happen. It doesn't sound like a good time. I mean, fucking. I've been more than once stuck out in the middle of the fucking ocean in the back of a fucking AAV, like in a cab full of fumes. Like, hey, are we going anywhere? It sounds like we're going somewhere. I can look at the shore's not. Hey, crew chief, when we broke down, sit down. Are we broke down? Sit the fuck down. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. I always wonder about those guys.
Yeah, fucking. That's not a job I would ever want.
Crew chief on an AAV?
No, just anything to do with an AAV. I wouldn't want to be a tanker either. It just doesn't seem like a good fucking time. I mean, like, I don't know, if I was still in and got needs of the Corps into it, like, I wouldn't complain any more than I would complain about anything else, but like, it wouldn't be anything I picked. Yeah.
I would definitely pick something cooler than what I did, though.
Well, I mean, everybody has the fucking benefit of hindsight. Like, because, like, if I was 18 again and was joining the military again, I mean, half of me would want to do the exact same thing. The other half of me would want to go be like, find some job in the Navy that's not boatswain's mate, but is always on a ship, and then just spend 20 years floating around Southeast Asia, banging fucking Thai ladyboys, or I mean, Filipino hookers. Yeah.
So yeah, one of my coworkers, another welder. I'm not a welder. He is. He's in the New Jersey National Guard.
Okay.
And so he I forget why he was in Thailand or something. And so like he was very proud of it. And we were just like, so do you interact with the local populace? And he's Dominican. He speaks perfect English. He was born here. He's just of Dominican descent. And he's just like, oh yeah, man, I had a great time. And like he's one of those dudes that'll like, go right into things, like very unafraid, going to like the local bars, like do that, all that shit. And still like me and another guy leading him into this, just like, did you meet any ladies there? Like, what'd you do? He's like, I just talked to some people. I'm like, did you get lucky? And like, no, he denies it. I'm just like, so you had ladyboy, didn't you? He's like, what? No, I'm like, listen, you'd be very proud of it if like, you reach down there, like you got down there, you start putting your hands down your pants to like finger this lady. You had your condom already because you didn't want to get the Black Death and your dick to fall off. And there was a dick bigger than yours, wasn't there? He's like, no. I'm like, dude, I swear, Thais is like the one fucking Asian culture where they got bigger dicks because they're used to kickboxing. So they got balls, motherfucker. Like you grabbed a handful, didn't you? It was a two-fister. Was very proud of that. So anytime we see his little I've been to Thailand tattoo, which is a fucking elephant, we're just like, how was that lady boy? How'd she treat you? Was it like that trunk on that thing?
No, see, I got lucky with that. Fucking, we were going into port. I had good leadership, and they're like, all right, hey, listen. A, don't go to whorehouses. B, if shit happens and you find yourself in a brothel, when you're making out with her beforehand, make sure to lick up her cheek. If you taste or feel stubble, fuck off. Secondly, if she's got an apple, she's got a banana. Thirdly, they don't do female genital mutilation here. So, if she doesn't have a clit, ask some questions.
That is a good fucking leadership.
Right? Like I feel like it'd be a shame for some junior fucking kid, some young buck to go out there not knowing that, just getting off the ship, going, hey, this is a nice new country. I'm going to go enjoy the local culture. Mouthful of dick.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Jim, and I'm from Salt Lake City. I'm here in Thailand for the first time.
And then you get some balls. What was it? Was it fucking the Hangover? There's a reason this place is called Bangkok, not Bangkok.
I think so.
Yeah, I haven't seen those in forever.
I haven't either. Every time we rode in an AAV, it was on land. It was like riding in the Humvee rollover sim. Ugh, fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking vehicle escape training or whatever the fuck it's called was always fun. I didn't mind the land ones. I fucking hated the water ones. Like the fucking helo dunker and shit, where it's like, all right, we're gonna put you in a fake helicopter, drop you 15 meters underwater, flip it upside down, blindfold you, have fun swimming out, kid.
Why do they blindfold you?
I don't know, because it's dark underwater and you're not gonna be able to see where you're going. You've done that, right?
Actually, no, I never had to. I didn't get deployed.
They didn't have you doing it just for like random training and shit?
No.
No?
No,
Yeah,
that's pre-deployment training.
Oh. Okay. All right. Yeah, it sucks. Don't do it.
I mean, I'm not going to now. I've been out for fucking over 15 years.
You've been out 15 years? Dude, Jesus Christ. How old are you, man?
39 last month.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess that checks out. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I got out in 2008.
Yeah, for some reason, I think everyone's like still 25 for whatever reason. I don't know.
Oh, that's okay. I still feel 21, 22 until I go to try to do something that actually involves like 22 and 23-year-old fucking strength. And I'm like, what the fuck happened to me? I used to be able to do this.
I got old and fat. Oh, yeah. The blindfold is to simulate nighttime crashes. Yeah, that too. Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah. We're not fucking 160th. We don't do most of our shit at fucking night, though.
I don't know. We did a lot of shit where we came back to ship at night, or fucking we took off early in the morning. Which, from what I understand, most crashes are around the fucking ship anyway. So I mean, I don't know. Fucking best case scenario for me would be the bird goes fucking ass up, and then the ship runs us over, and I don't have to worry about swimming out because I'm dead. But
get sucked under, hit the screws, you're good.
Yeah, like fucking chum, dude. Shark meat.
So when you were on ship, did you ever get to like look over and see like all the animals following?
Yeah, dolphins usually. Fucking, I don't know if there's other animals, but like dolphins do the above water thing, so you can see them.
Mm-hmm. So I did 2 weeks on the ship because we were doing the shipboard test and evaluation for the Osprey. And our shop was right on the fantail. So like you open up a hatch and you're just like right under the back of the flight deck. You walk out on the fantail, like where the dude's fucking standing guard, trying not to sleep, looking fucking behind the ship. And like just lean over the edge and we just like watch, like there was turtles, dolphins, and sharks, like very obviously. Yeah. Like they would be like, so here's the back of the ship. They were like right here, like behind it and just like off to the side always. So that was pretty fucking gnarly to see. I did enjoy it.
Yeah, no, my I guess most profound memory of that, and by that I mean you're looking out of the ship and like seeing shit. I guess there's two of them. Was one, and the good one would be like when we pulled into Singapore, which there's just like the harbor there was fucking huge. There's more boats and ships there than like I thought fucking existed. And I mean like hundreds and hundreds of like military ships and fucking like just like random fucking I don't know, civilian like yacht type fucking shits, and then like the fucking cargo things. I mean, like as far as you can see, it was fucking weird. It was almost like seeing the ocean for the first time, except for the ocean and all the shit on it. So that was neat. The other one was we were in a fucking tropical storm, and we're on a fucking amphib, so it's like the small aircraft carrier, which is like the second fucking biggest boat we ever fucking made, and it's doing this, and it's like, oh hey, cool, I didn't know we could like waves or like halfway up the fucking boat and shit. It's like, all right, neat, I'm gonna go back inside.
Yeah, that's one of those days where you're going, where you shouldn't. I think this, you wouldn't know it, but you should be glad you weren't air wing that day.
No. I haven't flown the fucking bird, but I've been in the back of the bird landing on that shit. Not fun.
No. So like somebody like they tied on all those birds with chains before that, and
Yeah.
somebody's got to walk around and they're called a chain kicker. Make sure the chains are still fucking tight.
Ah. Yeah. Yeah. That don't sound like a good time.
That's not a good time during a storm like that.
I would imagine not.
Luna, damn! This whole time I thought y'all couldn't find those. Find what?
What are we not finding? And then long
The
nose.
clit?
We did a lot of night patrols in Iraq. Yeah, fucking, we're out at night. Fucking shit happens at night.
Flying fish off the boat. Luna, what can't we find?
I don't know. I've seen flying fish. I don't think I've seen them from the ship though. But I'm from Florida, so we just like have them down there.
I don't know if I've seen flying fish or if I hallucinated them, but I swore I saw them on Lake Erie once.
I mean, maybe. I mean, it seems like they'd be up there, right?
I thought so, but I might have hallucinated it as a child.
Oh yeah, no. I also fucking like hate Lake Erie though, because like both of the times I've been there, it's been like, oh hey, look, you got a nice lake here. This is the beach. There's like 5 hypodermic needles just hanging out in the fucking dirt. Huh.
Yeah, but you were in Ohio, weren't you?
No, I was in Erie.
Oh, were you on Presque Isle?
No, Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Presque Isle is like the beach place. It's like a long peninsula that goes out.
Oh, I don't know, fucking north.
Probably it's the beach place in Erie. Yeah, no, it really depends on where you go. Some of them are nice, some of them are shitty on Lake Erie. It's like anywhere.
Yeah.
But also, it just smells like dead fish to me.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about bodies of water there. It's like, oh my God, the beach is so romantic. It smells like the beach. Beach smell is not a pleasant smell. If you had beach smell and you didn't have a beach to look at, you'd be like, what the fuck is that?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Although I will say, saltwater beach does smell better than freshwater beach.
Oh, well, yeah, because the salt adds to the flavor.
Yeah. Lake Erie just does smell like dead fish to me. I've been to some spots. But it is cool because it is game stocked with all sorts of fucking crazy fish, even salmon. So like all the streams up around by me, like during the fall, like during the salmon spawn, they'll all think they have to go up the fucking streams so you can see like cool shit and you can actually like go fly fishing for salmon on the smaller streams.
Nice.
Yeah. So like New York and Pennsylvania.
Yeah, have you ever seen that thing? I didn't know this until recently, but apparently after salmon mate, they don't like die or like get weak and get eaten. They just like stop. Their DNA stops doing the thing where it regenerates cells properly, so they just like rot into fucking nothing.
Yeah,
that's weird. That is fucking weird.
Yeah, imagine that. You come and then your body stops.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I got laid. I did the thing. Like I blew my load on some eggs.
They don't even get laid. It's like one of them like squirts out some like fucking eggs, and the other one just like jerks off. Like that's not even a proper nut bust.
It's not even a jerk off. It's just kind of like a hovering over it and going.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I don't want to fuck like a fish does. I also speaking of unfortunate fucking reproduction, I think there's a snail that does this where it starts with the dude and the dude like dry humps a rock, and then the chick lays its eggs in the fucking like dry hump rock spunk afterwards. I don't know.
I don't either.
Also, yeah, the water on Okinawa is fucking really nice, which is weird because like it's the same ocean that California's in, and like California's all right for the beach, but it's not as good as Okinawa is. And Luna, finding the clit. I have a map. Also, I don't understand that stereotype. It's not hard. It's like right there. Like if you can't
literally it
clit,
is.
like it pokes out at you. Like you're digging around, fucking, it tastes the hole. Some people can taste the other hole, and then it's like right above that. It's like, boom, it's right there. I don't know how anybody can't find it. Like if you can't find the clit, you deserve not to. If you're with a dude who can't find the clit, you deserve to
get another dude
find the clit because you obviously have poor man choosing skills. It's like, bro, it's kind of like you open the fridge, you look for the milk. It's there or it's not. And if your dude can't find the fucking milk, then you shouldn't have him making you coffee.
Unless you're into black coffee, which means in this analogy, you're into not having an orgasm. Then we have questions.
Yeah. Oh, well, that depends because there is that kink, like fucking a lot of bondage has to do with edging. So it's like, we're gonna get you close, but you don't get to actually come. That's the 4 hours we're gonna spend here. I guess I don't know.
So are you throwing to an edging party then?
I'm not, but there are people that are into that. I'm not. There's no kink shaming here, Steve.
All right. Well, if I was having an edging party, you couldn't come. Long nose, what is a drive-by milking? Is that what we're talking about with the fish fucks?
I mean, fucking. It sounds like it should be that for animals. I think if we did it, it would be sexual assault.
I think this is starting to sound like a kink shame. Like, oh, you can't kink shame me for drive-by milking.
But what if it's actual milking? What if it's actual milking? Like you're out in the fucking stick somewhere, and you drive up the fucking like you see cows on the side of the road. You get out, you just give it a couple wanks, get back in your car, and drive off.
Well, see, that's a stop and go. Like you have to actually like driving by, so it's going to have to be a human lady getting milked while driving by and shooting it out the window. That would be a drive-by milking.
Yeah. Unless we fill a super soaker full of milk.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. So, no, we fill it full of fucking salmon cum.
I think this is $1 million idea right here. You probably shouldn't say it out loud so nobody else can steal this, but this is how you can make fish fucking money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get a pond.
And not to be confused with fucking fish money, but fish fucking money.
Yeah.
Drive by Bukkake?
Which sounds like a movie.
I'm sure that's somewhere on Pornhub. There's no way that's not. There has to be.
Speaking of Bukkake, so I actually had this conversation with one of my friends the other day.
Yeah.
Why isn't pancakes spelled and pronounced like Bukkake, like pankake? Because I mean, I don't know about you, but I just start going ham with the syrup and fucking butter on those bitches.
Pancake.
I mean, I say it to myself all the time. Like I literally do. I'm just like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go fucking pancake on these bitches.
Well, I mean, to be fair, on the flip side of that, fucking, if the wife's asleep or not home or whatever, and I get on Pornhub, I type in Bukkake. That's just how I pronounce it. It's kind of like Chipotle or Aristotle.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's ask our guest. Luna, Longnose, what's your feelings on pancakes and the correct syrup and butter ratio on top of each one? Like, were you talking going ham, maple syrup all the way, like just drown them bitches in it and baptize them that shit in butter? Or are you like very light and dainty with it? Just a little bit goes a long way.
There's other options too. Do you like put one down, put some syrup, put another down, put some syrup, or do you put them all down? You take a knife and you cut a hole in it, and then you fill the hole full of fucking syrup.
Oh, that's a
There's
good one
multiple ways
too.
to do this.
Or you could melt the butter, mix the butter and the syrup together, and then like just fucking waterboard them bitches with that.
Like I do that with waffles because they already got the perforations in them anyway. So I'll kind of like stagger them around so they're not like the grooves in them don't line up, and then I'll poke holes in them and then just pour a lot on the top one. But since there's holes in it, it'll drip down inside of the other ones, and since they got the curves, it'll kind of. It's like you remember the end of Blade when they're draining him from all his blood, and the blood goes into those fucking grooves and like goes down on the other vampires, like that. Waffles and syrup and blood for the blood god.
Blood for the blood god is great. So speaking of Blade, so it had to have been within the last month, like random hotel room with the girlfriend and like just flipping through channels. She was like, whatever, find something cool. Blade comes on, and I'm like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, how are you gonna get cooler shit than that?
And she'd never seen Blade, so I'm like explaining Blade to her. And I think it was Trinity was on it. So it was like I was trying to like explain up like about like the Blade lore, and she's like, this sounds amazing. So I'm gonna have to like actually sit her down and make her watch all of them with me one day.
Nice.
And she's down for it. So I'm like, fuck yeah. And long nose peanut butter is fucking awesome with syrup.
Do you know another thing is that I learned this from Egos, or Lego My Egos, and growing up poor, but fucking real cool thing to do with waffles is to get two of them and then put a piece of cheese between them and just eat it like a sandwich. Like make a grilled cheese with the waffles.
That actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What do you like to do? It's similar to a grilled cheese, but I make peanut butter and jelly and then grill that like a grilled cheese.
Okay. That sounds like something Elvis would do.
It's pretty fucking delicious.
He's weird, though. He likes popcorn with mustard and sugar. Huh. I haven't tried that.
I haven't tried that either. Regular sugar or powdered sugar?
No, I have put like M&Ms in like hot popcorn and like let the chocolate melt it in there. That's pretty good.
That's a game-winning move, though. It's pretty fucking delicious.
Yeah. But also going back to Blade, fucking I'm mad at the Marvel universe for a few things. Like one, I heard they're making a new Blade movie and it's having some trouble. I don't know what the trouble is. I don't really care enough to look into it. I just know it's not Wesley Snipes, and that's enough to make me mad. But B, I'm sorry, and this is a three-parter. And B, the old Blade movies, like if you watch them now, they have that like Marvel fucking opening, which they didn't have on the VHS tapes, but like Blade's not part of that universe, I fucking guess. And C, when Black Panther came out and it was like, oh my God, we got a black superhero now. I'm like, dude, you forgot about Blade, you assholes. I was very upset with that.
Wesley Snipes is like the darkest black that you can be.
Yeah. Like he's like Don Cheadle, dude. Like, I don't know. Fucking, I enjoyed it. Fucking, also another movie fucking I saw him in recently was I didn't remember he was the quote unquote bad guy in or good guy, I guess, depending on how you look at it. In was it U.S. Marshals? The sequel to The Fugitive.
Yes.
And then like I got a moto boner watching it because like why does this guy keep evading us? Like, oh yeah, no, this guy was actually Force Recon. Here's a picture of Wesley Snipes in Marine Corps dress blues. I'm like, oh yeah.
Nice. What was that other one that Wesley Snipes did where I think he was gonna blow up the Pittsburgh Penguins arena while they were playing a game?
I don't remember that.
It was him and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh shit! Now I have to watch it. Because that sounds awesome. I'll watch Van Damme fucking anything. I'll watch either one of those fucking anything. Did you see Jean-Claude Van Johnson?
No, but I wanted to.
My only fucking complaint is that it's not longer, and it ends off on a fucking cliffhanger, then didn't get renewed for the next season. But like, still 100% worth watching. And for those of you at home, what Jean-Claude Van Johnson's about is Jean-Claude Van Damme's real name was Jean-Claude Van Johnson, and he used to be a fucking spy, and his cover for going to different countries was like, oh, I'm just going here to act in this movie. And then, he produced the movie while he was doing clandestine operations in the whatever country he's in. And the show is about him coming out of retirement, but it's not because, like he's got to stop the Russians or something. It's, to try to get back with his ex-girlfriend who's dating someone else and he's jealous about it. And it's like a whole fucking thing. It's good. Fucking. Yeah, I don't know what it's on. I think it's on Prime or Hulu or some shit, but like 10 out of 10, fucking watch the shit out of that.
Oh, I'm going to have to do that. I just looked it up. It's called Double Team.
Okay.
So that's what would happen if you met Jean-Claude Van Damme and Wesley Snipes at the same time. They would double team you. And considering Jean-Claude Van Damme's European, if you're lucky and you counted your stars right, you could get the Eiffel Tower.
Actually, I was going to say that if you were lucky, since he's European, you could be the middle of the sandwich, not the Eiffel Tower way.
So is that a reverse Oreo?
No, because that'd be black dude. Well, I mean, I guess it depended on what skin tone you were. It'd be black dude, white dude, and you in the middle.
No. So it'd be Jean-Claude Van Damme on one end, you on the other end, and Wesley Snipes in the middle would be a reverse Oreo.
Oh, no. I was thinking like fucking like all anal, like fucking like a train. But like not like a train like you're running on a chick, just like dick the butt, like hook up all the way fucking through. I guess it would depend on who was where.
Yeah, that would depend on that.
But like since Jean-Claude Van Damme's European, like I just imagine he'd be the bottom. I mean, I guess this all
because Europeans are tricky like that. Like they all wear Speedos everywhere.
I mean, I guess this all depends on how generous and or aggressive you are in bed. So this will be a highly individualistic fucking experience, right? I don't know. Maybe I'll switch it. Maybe it's not like a one-time thing. It's like a weekend event. You all go to fucking Cabo together for spring break. Like fucking
no. This is Ibiza. We're talking about Wesley Snipes and Jean-Claude Van Damme here. You're going to Ibiza. You're taking ecstasy. You're listening to techno music. It's going to be disco. It's going to be a great time. You're going to have a glow stick rave orgy.
Yeah, no, the only problem I have with this is the techno music part. Like, I think that, like, just as Americans, like, 2 out of 3, no fucking techno. Like, if you want a middle ground, we'll meet you with either Tool or Rammstein, but none of that fucking club techno bullshit, Jean-Claude.
All right, we got some responses. So Luna goes half and half and uses her butter and syrup mixture as a dip. By the way, it'd probably be good in bed with Wesley Snipes and Jean-Claude Van Damme. They would enjoy that because they'd need some sustenance halfway through.
Okay. Also, real quick before we go any further, not to be a racist, however, Belgium is where chicken and waffles come from. So, I mean, like, we got waffle syrup and caca already in this fucking conversation.
So we're bringing in the chicken too?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Fuck it.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, like, chicken grease is a natural lubricant, which is why bass players like to, eat some fried chicken before they play bass.
Yeah, except for Cliff Burton. Fucking, he did that fucking all natural. He was the goat.
Well, he was just using straight weed.
Should have been Lars.
I'll drink to that. God, I love Cliff Burton. Imagine the speed and ferocity that could have fucking happened in later albums if Dave Mustaine and Cliff Burton were both still in Metallica.
Okay, we're gonna get on this rabbit hole. All right, so
I love it.
The Black Album had the potential to be the greatest album ever fucking made if Cliff Burton was still alive and Dave Mustaine was still in the fucking band. If you notice, if you look in the fucking credits for Metallica's fucking albums, the writing credits, like, because like Metallica albums do this, right? Actually, I'm sorry, they do this. But if you look at the writing credits, it's like Dave Mustaine had a few songs in the first one, a few more songs on this one. Oh, he almost wrote this entire album, even though like he's been out of the band for fucking 8 years at this point. And then I liked And Justice for All. I know that's contentious, but I liked And Justice for All. And then like you get into the Black Album, and then like the Black Album starts here, and then every song is worse than the one before it, and then like steep drop off after that. So like, yeah, dude, if Cliff Burton was still alive and Dave Mustaine was still in the band, fucking the Black Album would have been somewhere. It would have been like if you took Master of Puppets and no, I'm sorry, no, it would have been if you took what And Justice for All could have been, and you fucking had that fuck Euthanasia and Sympathy for fucking Destruction, whatever that thing's baby would have been the Black Album.
that is a mind orgy that I'm just thinking about where I'm going, okay, I could do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then fucking goddamn, like, so like with Megadeth, like fucking, they've got eras, right? Like these 3 albums sound the same, these 2 sound the same. Like fucking Euthanasia and Symphony of Destruction, like they sound like all those songs were written at the same time. They just like broke them up for these 2 albums worth of shit. Don't put it all in one. Like kind of the same deal with fucking God damn it, fucking Rust in Peace and fucking what was the other one? Help me out.
Rest in Peace was just before Symphony of Destruction, just before Rust in...
What was before Rust in Peace? While you're thinking of that, yeah, hey, fucking Eric Craven, yeah, no, you're in for it. We're going into the fucking trunk arc. Yeah, fucking, but like Rust in Peace and fucking, God damn it. What is that fucking album? I can see the fucking picture, like, because one of them is like all Area 1 fucking themed, and the other one's all like nuclear war fucking themed. But like fucking, if you listen to them back to back, you can go, oh, this is the same fucking album. But what the controversial part I was gonna get to was I fucking loved Risk.
So Far So Good So What came out right before Rust in Peace.
What was the one with what was the one where the album cover he was in front of the UN?
Peace Sells But Who's Buying? That was 1986.
That's the one I'm thinking about. I'm thinking of Peace Sells But Who's Buying and fucking Rust in Peace. Those are the ones I'm thinking about.
So those 2 have 2 entirely different
yeah, they had 2 like bands with them.
Well, so Peace Sells But Who's Buying had Gar Samuelson and Chris Poland as the rhythm guitarist and drummer. Chris Poland being the guitarist, Gar Samuelson was the drummer. Yeah. By the way, those 2 dudes are from the next town over from mine.
Nice.
Yeah. And then Rust in Peace had Nick Menza and who was the guitar player?
Well, I mean, the other thing though with Megadeth though is like Dave Mustaine is Megadeth, just because like I don't think they had like 2 albums that had the same fucking guys on them back to back.
No, so Nick Menza and then the other guitar player that I'm thinking of was
Marty Friedman.
Yeah, Marty Friedman was Rust in Peace, Countdown, and Euthanasia.
Huh. Okay, all right.
And then the first 3 albums were Dave, so Dave Mustaine, Dave Ellefson, Gar Samuelson, and Chris Poland.
Yeah, still, like that's like 3 albums at a time, Like, I mean, granted, we're looking at this from almost 40 years later, where it's like they get a whole fucking career of bouncing around and shit. Like, yeah, Dave Mustaine is the only guy that's been there for the whole fucking ride.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Dave Ellefson fucking left twice.
Yeah, I mean, like, as far as I'm concerned, like, Megadeth is Dave Mustaine and Dave Ellefson. It's nice when the other people are there. Like, I fucking love Marty Friedman, but, I mean, like, yeah, he was part of the band, but, like, in my head canon, like, it's Dave and Dave.
I feel the same way, but I also love fucking Nick Menza on drums.
Yeah. Yeah, because he had now, granted, like, they were pioneering in this shit, right? Like, so, like, heavy metal existed, but, like, not their version of fucking heavy metal, which some people call fucking, I guess that is thrash. But they were just kind of like winging it, and that dude was he was a jazz drummer, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like he's like, oh, we're playing rock music. That does not sound like anything anyone else is doing. All right, cool, rock it.
So Eric is apparently eating tacos while listening to us, and so I got to know, when you're eating tacos, which way do you tilt your head? And the correct answer is actually that the legs hold you in place.
Luna, the clit is at the front of the taco.
If your nose is touching the clit, you can feel it there. You just move your head up. You have the wrong boyfriend, Luna.
Yeah. Like it should be like clit, vaginal, butthole. Like triple hitter.
So actually, what I was told more than once, by more than one lesbian is head and tongue high, fingers low. So you get your fingers underneath and into the hole while you're using your tongue on the clit.
It's not Eric, it's Ero. Or Eric. I'm sorry for mispronouncing it. How do you pronounce that? Eriu. Eriu? Area. Eriu.
My thighs do indeed hold a man's head in place.
I mean, actually, that was wrong of me. I mean, I don't know. That could be a dude. I don't fucking know. I mean, if I was a dude, like fucking, I'd have dudes in a fucking. I'm sorry. If I was gay, I'd totally fucking have dudes in a fucking like lock while they were fucking blowing me. Like, it doesn't seem like there'd be another way to do it. Aaron. Okay. All right. Aaron.
Aaron, welcome to the club.
Yeah. But since we're talking about that, I was. Man, I don't know how to say this delicately, so I'm just going to blurt it out. I was very upset with Austrian Death Machine's last album. There was
the bangers were the singles they released already.
That and they didn't have the skits. I wanted the skits. I wanted the fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger yelling at you fucking bullshit for fucking 5 minutes between songs.
Shit, what was that one really good one that they had on the first album? What It's Like to Be a Singer in Band Practice?
Yeah, where it's just them going, stop playing. Yeah.
I'm the crackhead from TikTok threatening to buy the big ass box of books. Why are you threatening and not just doing it?
What's up? All right, cool. Yeah, no, all right, I know exactly. See, the problem is, and I guess this is a good problem to have, is like people follow me cross-platform, but nobody has the same fucking name from thing to thing. So It's like I recognize who these people are, but like my brain slots will dedicate fucking 4 fucking places for one fucking person if they just name themselves the same fucking thing. Although I don't name myself the same thing across everything either, so like I am just as guilty as that. But see.
Just wait on my taxes. Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, it'd be like that. But hey, thank God it's March, April. It's still March, right?
Still March.
It's still March. I can still say I had a book came out this month. Woo, yay me.
Yeah. I'm broke too, but I'm tired of waiting for episodes. March April. It's, when you can't tell when it's March or April, but you look outside your window and you're like, it's winter, but it's spring. Fuck, what is it?
Yeah, no, and see, like that's the thing though too. Fucking these productivity started waiting on episodes is like, yeah, you can go buy the war chests, which admittedly are expensive because books are fucking expensive. Like the fucking like just one of those, there's 6 books in there. Fucking that's, and I have to buy those things, so that's $100 worth of just fucking books, right? Which the box set, that's like the cool thing, right? But then down from that, you can just buy the books individually, and then like the ebooks are a little bit cheaper, and the Kindle app's free on your phone. And I'm just putting the books for free on YouTube, but I mean, you gotta wait for those because I have to make them. But once it's all said and done, I think it's gonna be a good whole fucking cornucopia of Smoke Fairy Tales. These
Smoke Fairy Tale Eye.
Yeah. No. It's gonna be that dumb shit where it's Smoke Pit's Fairy Tale. Kind of like
Or is it just going to be like moose, where like the word is also the plural of it?
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Also, did Necrogoblicon fucking get a new lead singer?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think I saw something about that, but like they haven't had an album in a while, so I don't know.
I follow them on a couple of platforms. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I thought I saw something about that. It might have been a joke though, because they do that a lot. Also, long nose. Yes. The books are and will be signed if you get the box set. And make a little
slip him an extra 52. He'll even mushroom stamp it for you.
But it's with fucking shiitakes, so don't get too excited.
Make myself laugh. That was good. 60 fucking degrees in my house right now. Stupid. Aaron, I'm in Alaska right now. 60 degrees sounds nice.
Dude, I'm in fucking the mountains of Pennsylvania, man. It got up to 40 today. It was nice. Although I get a really nice heater in my house though. Like fucking the heater and the hot water heater are the same fucking element. So and I turned the safety valve off of it. And it didn't break it. It's an on and off thing. So if I'm in the shower and I just have the hot water on, the water's so hot that it doesn't actually touch the tub. It evaporates before it gets to the bottom. It's like if people come over and they have their kids, it's like, hey, I have to give you a shower brief before you let your kids take a shower because like there will be fucking bodily harm if you do this wrong. It's a good time.
Chattanooga, Tennessee, weather shouldn't be this cold. I mean, it is the mountains of eastern Tennessee. Like, come on.
Well,
you know mountains are cold.
And Tennessee is the north of the South.
This is true.
Yeah, it's not the South,
I don't know.
North of the South.
No. Here's the question. Is West Virginia the southernmost northern state or the northernmost southern state?
It's the southernmost northern state because fucking it used to be part of Virginia and then the Civil War happened and they broke away to stay with the North.
All right, I agree with you on that, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a good argument for Kentucky, though, because they stayed neutral till the end of the war and then joined the Confederacy like a month before it lost. So I don't know what the fuck Kentucky is in that fucking regard.
Kentucky was just too drunk.
Yeah.
They had all that bourbon and they're like, okay, like I think we sell more to the Southerners, so let's go with them. It depends on the city and how much meth is there. Interesting.
I mean, because Kentucky and Ohio have a fucking border, and
yeah,
that's all not Bigfoot, but Swamp Man and goblins. Which, by the way, fucking that's a good rabbit hole for you. Look up Kentucky goblins. They're in the caves around there, and they also come down in UFOs around there. But also a lot of fucking meth.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Driven through there. I've seen some shit.
Yeah. Well, on that, fucking we're at the 2 hour mark. You wanna keep going or you wanna fucking bounce out?
I gotta bounce out. I gotta eat dinner and piss and all that fun stuff. It's
all right.
That time of evening for me.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. If you wanna hear this dude's beautiful voice, he's back on the fucking third one. I think he does some fucking good shit. And then fucking he's gonna be on the fourth one fucking too. We're already rocking and we're not rocking and rolling on that. We're after band practice, but before fucking stage setup on the fourth one.
We're getting the road show ready.
Yeah.
Nailing it down. I don't know. I sent in all my fucking vocals already. Yeah. He's got all my stuff. It's fucking ready to go.
That's good shit. So, yeah.
Dogmen in Ohio too. Jesus Christ, where aren't there dogmen?
Where there's Florida man.
Florida man will fucking eat him.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you have anything for the people before we bounce?
Do awesome shit. Eat pussy well. If you don't know where the clit is, talk to someone who does. And if you like me and what I say and the dumb shit I'm talking about, I have a podcast and you can listen to me say dumb shit to dumb people there. And sometimes I'll say dumb shit to smart people.
And it's called Wonton Wednesdays. There should
yes, it is called one.
There should be a link for people to go to. But we should still say it out loud.
Wonton Wednesday Podcast. And yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Adios, motherfucker.